Hello, everybody. This is the D. We are playing with the D, watching these realms. And are you ready for the greatest quality of life changes Watcher of Realms has ever seen? I know I am. I filmed this video once already today and OBS crashed, so here we are circling back to the beginning again. But that means what I can do for you is a much cleaner run through of what happened. So I'm just going to dive right into the biggest changes. The absolute biggest changes. I mentioned yesterday about getting a free legendary. That is a go-go. The achievement Vanquisher. Let me vanquish this hiccup. Clear stage 18 of all 3 raids in Gear Raid, and you will obtain a legendary hero pact. And this pact will allow you the chance to get either Aracha, Ajax, King Hars, Laya, Morgan, Torador, Twin Fiend, or Venoma if you like lords and ladies. Don't like lords and ladies because you're more likely to have bad luck? Well, try your hand at Abomination, Absan, Arrogance, Azor, Calypso, Cratch, Elowin, Ezrin, Hatsut, Comet, Nocturne, Nyx, Razak, Regulus, Sadie, Salazar, Setram, Shamir, Silas, Valkyra, Vierna, Zealous, and Zillatu. All just for doing something that you've already done. But the call to action from the content creators is that you need to post who you got somewhere. Somehow. I know Fastidious has a whole thing going on. He's probably got a place where you can put your information. If I know where that is after I do a little goggling later, I'll try and throw a link in the descriptiones. Knowing who you got helps us track the rates. Me, I'm a scrub. Even though I'm 60 days into this account, I'm a loser. And I haven't actually gotten past Gear Raid 16. But fear not, because now you have the chance to reforge your gear. I am very mad that this success did not happen on camera, but this piece of gear sucked. It sucked. And actually, it double sucked because I just realized what I did. I recast this piece of gear, and this is a attack piece of gear. This is not an attack bonus piece of gear. So let's pretend I didn't recast this gear, and I'm not living with the shame of what I did. You now have a recasting hammer. This was sent to your mailbox. Don't believe me? Click the button, go to your mailbox. Continue to not believe me because evidently it deleted the message. Nope, there it is. Gear recast. It's in your mailbox. Just check your mailbox. You'll get the rest of them from things like events and festivals and whatnots. But it's as simple as going to your gear, going to the forge, going to the recast button, which is not simple. That's too many clicks. And then choosing the piece of gear that you want to change and clicking recast. And as you can see, unlike stupid Shadow Legends, it's not going to change the substats. The substats will remain the same. So let's imagine a world where attack bonus is up top here and attack is down here. Attack, let's say, rolled maybe a bonus of 50, and it's going to be down in this range down here. Crit rate was, I think it was 4%. It was abysmal. Crit damage was 17%, and HP was down in this area. It was only giving about 1,000 or so. A little bit more than 1,000. But regardless, with the click of a button, 500,000 gold, which is a steep price, by the way, it was done. And the gear did come out better. This improved by 8%, this improved by a couple of percent, and this improved by a couple of percent, and this improved by a mile. Don't do it on a base attack item. I don't recommend that at all. Make sure you do it on a crit rate bangle or an attack percentage bonus bangle. There was one other piece of gear in here that would be a huge one to have done. Where is it? Let's see. Yeah, so this is like a really good example of one that if you had bad rolls with good substats like this, where you have crit rate, you've got attack speed, you've got attack, maybe HP bonus is crit damage or rage regen, that would be a piece of gear to re-roll for sure. And speaking of gear, the single best feature to ever come into any game like this that I've ever seen is this feature right here. This is the number one best quality of life improvement to any gacha game I've ever seen. And I can't stress that enough. I just really, really can't. Okay, so if I know for whatever reason I'm not going to use Valeria and her gear is killer. Let's say I had like a Silas, say I pull Silas. Now I need to go into Gear Raid 3. I'm not going to use Valeria in Gear Raid 3. Now I could come into Valeria's gear, click on Silas, click on the button here. It's going to show me what's going to improve, what's going to decrease. This is magical. This is truly remarkable. I have never experienced anything like this in any game. I wish that even my freaking regular like JRPGs and RPGs had these. Like, it's incredible. Let me do an example of like, let's say, yeah, Venoma and Kriya, for instance. Let's say I wanted to see the differences in their gear. Maybe I gave Venoma's gear to Kriya. Well, it turns out that would actually decrease Kriya's stuff. So now, okay, maybe I've messed up somewhere. Maybe Kriya's got better gear than Venoma does. And actually, you know what? It looks like she does. So let's switch it around. Let's click on Kriya. Let's go to the gear swap. Now let's take a look at what's going to happen. I'm going to lose 100 HP. That doesn't matter. I'll gain almost 500 attack. That would be great. That would put her at 12.5k. 47% crit damage, but she loses 70% critical rate. So that's trouble because I want them critting. Got to be critting. Crit. Loses a lot of rage regen as well. So this is great because this is the comparison feature that we were missing as well. If we're going to change gear, we want to know what it's going to actually do for us, right? In my opinion. Let's look at this as well. Let's say I am not going to be using Azor anymore now that I've got Abomination. I could see exactly what would happen if I were to put Abomination in Azor's gear. Or what Brokir has on for that matter, or what Kadeza has on for that matter. The skies are full of beauty because this is gorgeous. This is one of the greatest updates ever. Speaking of updates, I do want to run through a couple of things from the patch notes, okay? One very big important thing, the Immortal Codex is not live yet. It is not set to go live still until the middle of December. Some changes to your heroes, okay? Valkyra, Godblade of Northfrost, is now a part of the Supreme Arbiters. Constance, Hammer of the Holy Light, is now part of the Supreme Arbiters. And as a result, both of them have gotten their reductions in arena cost added to their character sheets. So, Constance, if we come over here, she is currently a Watcher. They're going to have to update that. Let's see. And what am I looking for? Yeah, it should be in her skills. Here it is. Burp. All right, arena cost reduced. Reduces the hero's cost in the arena by 5. This is huge for Constance because why? Her cost is 18. You bring that down to a 13. If you don't somehow have a Dolores, but you have a Constance, now you've got the ability to use Constance where Dolores isn't. I've been having a really good time with Constance. The only thing I don't like is her design. This little helmet sucks. The helmet sucks. If she had all of the rest of this and not the helmet, I would like it. I just don't know what the fuck is going on with this helmet design. All right? The Supreme Arbiters could have come up with something a lot better than that. That's all I'm saying. Back to the notes. Where are you? Okay, so our buddy Nash, my favorite crossover from One Piece, he's getting a boost to his assault skill. Unleashes a furious flurry of 5 consecutive chops. Chop, 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 striking up to 5 targets within 2 tiles ahead. Each strike now deals damage equal to 130, 135, 140. Do I hear 150? 150, all the way skilled up versus 130 as it used to be. And the rage required has been reduced by 300, skilled up to a maximum cost of 600. Bash has had a slight increase to its cooldowns, meaning they got better. So a decrease to its cooldown. The attack percentages stay the same. It still extends the range for 8 seconds. And now the cooldown is reduced by 5. Gorza. Bone Cracker. Every 8 seconds, the hero attacks all enemies in front, dealing 200, 200, 225. Do I hear 250? 250% damage, all the way skilled up. And the percentages will stay the same. However, now it inflicts a 10% defense reduction. That's a huge extra bonus for Gorza. Defense reduction is nice. And then that's where you get the defense increase. Guild WoR. There's a bunch of shit going on in Guild WoR. This is essentially a book. I'm not interested in Guild WoR yet. I'm not reading it. Gear. We talked about the gear cast. So, in order to be eligible for gear casting, you have to have completed at least normal mode 8-4. That's extremely easy. I believe in you. Gear recast will reset the stats of all secondary attributes of the gear while preserving the attribute types. That's what I showed you earlier, where it's going to keep the subtypes, but you're going to drop all the stats and redo them. You can reject the result, but you will still lose the hammer, I believe. I didn't test that, but I'm pretty sure you're going to lose the hammer. The essential item can be obtained through various redeem events or festival celebrations in the future. Added sharing, selling, and locking features to the gear enhancement interface. Now, that's something I did want to check out that I didn't get a chance to check out. So let's go in and let's see a piece of gear. Pikachu, I choose you. Let's come in and let's enhance up to level 12. Okay. So if there's, here we go. Here, you can lock this piece of gear right here. You could share this piece of gear. That'll put it in the chat. Or you can sell this piece of gear and it will give you a confirmation before selling. I actually like the rolls, but it's a flat stat chess piece. We're going to leave that. We like flat stat chess pieces because those are the only primary attributes you get. All right, there is an example of what you're looking for. So again, when you roll up a piece of gear, holy snikes, what a piece of gear this is. Why did it have to be on a salvation set? Holy moly, look at that 23% crit rate roll. All right, so I'm going to lock this bad boy down just for funsies, and that's how that feature works. If I want to share it, boom, there it goes right there. Problem here, each message can only contain one hyperlink, so if you don't send your first one, you can't link a second one. Sell it? No, item is locked. Please unlock before selling it. There's another failsafe to keep you from being stupid. Okay. I am loving this update. Absolutely in love with this update. What else is there? That's my mail. I don't want to go there. All right, let's come down to here. And gear swap, we've already covered. This is another huge quality of life update. Can it get any better than December 5th, 2023 for Watcher of Realms? If you're capable of clearing gear stages 19, 20, and 21, you are now eligible to not only receive additional diamonds, but you are able to receive ancient summoning crystal shards. The drop rate is still unclear, but it's another way to earn legendary lords. And those are the hardest things to come by in the entire game. But wait, there's more. They did adjust HP and defense. They claim it's not going to change anything. Not worried about that. They did some improvement to monsters and skills in Gear Raid Run 1 in terms of their aesthetics as well. That won't change anything. Added a new theme stage. That doesn't change anything. Tide now includes up to 160 waves. Peak talents are unlocked. Peak talents are finally unlocked. So but wait, there's more portion. We already talked about the free legendary. That's big as it is. But the quest rewards for weekly and monthly, clear any stages 50 times, clear any stages 200 times, you're no longer getting bullshit gold for that. You are now getting legendary ancient summoning crystals. You're getting ancient summoning crystals. Forget I said legendary. You're going to get ancient summoning crystal shards. But again, that's another way to earn free stuff. That's great. You know what else is great? Understanding that sometimes things might be a little bit difficult. I hope they only dialed it back a little bit because I want a challenge in this game still. These games still need challenges. Stuff shouldn't just be easily rolled over, and Moonton should not just easily change things because people are getting rolled over. That about does it. Outside of if you do not have, or if you do have epilepsy, you should be less bothered now when fighting the guild boss. There should be less flashes. Yes, Oracle's Trial has become a summon shard or summon rush event. If you play Raid Shadow Legends, I'm sorry. Many of us do and did. You're familiar with a summon rush. Different style crystals and shards earn you different amount of points. That's what's happening now. So as you use different types of summoning crystals in this Whales only event, because that's where the ultimate leaderboards usually end up, then you're going to get some additional boosts in terms of trophies if you use better crystals, okay? That's really all that this is. The normal layman is still going to get the regular rewards. You won't ever place in the top 3. Fix some known issues. Don't know what they are, but they're fixed. All right? With that, I'm going to leave you for the day. I hope that you have a great one. Don't forget to check out that account giveaway. It ends in 5 days, all right? Subscriptions come in within the next 5 days. You're entered to win. Leave a comment. Doesn't matter what video it is. And you're eligible. Let me know what you think about these changes. Let me know what you think about how stupid I am for re-rolling a base stat accessory. Okay? Tell me. I'm fine with that. All right? Don't make the mistakes that I did. Be better and have a great day.